guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who do not know, my name is India May, and today I'm going to be talking about things that I wish I knew when I went to basic training. There is a lot of things I wish I knew that I wasn't properly informed by my what do you call them? By my recruiter. Okay, these are things that I wish I knew that my recruiter did not tell me. So I'm going to inform you guys now so you guys can prepare and hopefully know these things before going into basic training. And so, one is reception is a whole week long process. I thought it was like 2-3 days, get there, get signed up, get in there. But no, it's like a whole doctor's appointment. We do eye exams, ear exams, pictures and processing stuff, financial stuff, life insurance stuff. It's a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's a whole week long process, and I had no idea. I was not expecting that, and it's boring. It's really boring. And so during that time, we were given this little blue book, and inside that blue book, we were told to learn all the things that were starred, which were these things that I'm telling you to learn now, because going to basic training, they still got mad at us because we didn't know it. And like, what do you expect us to know? Like, we just got here like a week ago. But one is the ranks. You need to know who you're addressing and how to address them properly. You need to know how to address NCOs and officers according to their rank. And so NCOs are non-commissioned officers. We have a lot of sergeants and staff sergeants and master sergeants, but everybody goes by sergeant. And so if you see 3 chevrons that are going like this in the up direction, they are sergeants. And so know how to address your sergeants properly. And then if they're wearing the hat, of course they're a drill sergeant, so you address them as drill sergeant. When you talk to them, you stand at parade rest. And then if they're an officer, anything fancy that you see right here on their chest, anything, you stand at attention until they say parade rest. When you address somebody indoors, when a sergeant is walking by, you just go to the side, let them walk by, and they'll say, carry on, whatever. You say good morning, good afternoon, address the time of the day, and just acknowledge their presence. That's what they want. They just want to be acknowledged. When an officer is indoors and you see them, stand at attention, sideways, let them pass. If you're outside and you see an officer, by acknowledging them, you render a salute, and you say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it has to be. Same with sergeants. You don't do a salute, but you just, again, parade rest to the side to let them pass and acknowledge the time of the day and them. That's what I wish I knew, because that happens a lot in basic training and here. So just for information, I would get to know that. Another thing that I wish I knew was the Soldier's Creed. I started to learn it like a week before I left, and I only got down until like the Warrior Ethos. But you want to know that whole thing, because it makes you look good. It really does make you look really good. So learn the Soldier's Creed, learn the Army song, how to sing it properly. People sing it way too fast and the wrong falsetto. I think that's the right word. The tone of singing. They sing it in the wrong of that. They either say it too slow or too fast. And so learn how to sing it properly, because that makes a big difference when it comes at basic, because we say it every morning. And like, I think it was the first 3 weeks, everyone was trying to get to know it and like know what it is, because we sounded like crap, straight crap of not knowing it, and it was embarrassing. And at first sergeant was like, what the heck, what kind of group is this? But I'm pretty sure everyone was like that before. But knowing it makes you look better, and it helps everyone else around you too. Do not pack a lot going into basic, or going to reception, going to MEPS, everything. When you go to MEPS to leave for basic training, you only need the pair of clothes you're wearing now, and then another pair of clothes for when you get out, or when you're doing family day. That's all you need. You are forced to buy hygiene products, you're forced to buy bras and underwear, so there's no need to worry about all that stuff, honestly. If there's a certain facial care routine that you use, I would say bring that. Other than that, everything else is going to be confiscated and taken away from you, and there's no point in bringing it. I would also suggest bringing a loofah, those little scrubber thingies that you use in the shower, because all you get is rags. And I brought mine, and I was allowed to keep it, so I would bring that because it's kind of need it. Okay, here's like one of the serious things well, as I almost fall over, one of the serious things I wish I knew was about holdovers. Holdovers are people who enter basic training, go through training, and at some point they have gotten hurt and they cannot continue their training, and they are stuck there until they are healed, because they don't allow you to leave broken. You're not allowed to leave broken. So there's this girl I know, she broke both of her hips because she's a really short girl, and carrying a lot of weight on her back and rucking, it literally broke her. And she was broken, and she got fixed. Of course, a lot of the females get hurt. It's just bad, and it's always the hips. So make sure you got some strong hips and knees, guys, because it's for a lot of intense stuff happens out there. But yeah, holdovers are people who have gotten hurt, and they are not allowed to leave until they're fully fixed. Like my roommate, her sister was now coming back because she was a holdover for like a whole 3 cycles, so like 3 months. No, it's even longer than that. But she's been there since before she went to basic, and now we're in AIT, you see? But holdovers are pretty scary to see out there, because it's like, yo, how long have you been here? But then there's the holdovers who didn't get hurt at all, graduated basic training, and they're more like considered hold unders because they graduated and they're just waiting on orders or security process, and they're basically stuck there because they're not allowed to leave to AIT yet because of that. But yeah, holdovers and hold unders. Didn't know about that. Another thing is, there is no such thing as quitting. Once you get to basic training, you are in basic training. So during reception, this drill sergeant was playing around, and she was like, you know what? There's too many of you guys here. Who wants to quit? Like, come here. I've been hearing people say they want to quit, and they're not liking this, and they don't like reception. Who wants to quit? Like, who wants to do it? And so then this one guy stands up, raises a hand. He's literally crying, and he's like, yeah, like, this is not for me. I want to leave. And then she goes, okay, like, go ahead. Go over there. Like, go stand over there. I'll go talk to you in a second. So he leaves and stands over there. And then, like, 6 other people stand up and follow him. And her eyes go big. She's like, yo, wait a minute. I was just joking. But they all follow. And so we're doing our own thing, but I keep on looking back, and she's talking to them, and they're all crying. And, like, those poor kids, they weren't ready. And it was just reception. All we're doing is getting yelled at and smoked, and having to carry a camelback that's only like 10 pounds of water on our back. Like, it was nothing compared to what basic training actually is. And they couldn't even handle that. But there is no such thing as quitting. The only thing that happens for you to get out of basic training is for you to get physically hurt and medically discharged. Medically discharged, which I know a lot of people who have been, that has happened to them, sadly. And then dishonorably discharged is where you either did something wrong at basic training, or you're like one of those people who just want to quit so bad, and then they make up this story where they want to kill themselves. I know some people who have said that. And so they put on suicide watch, and then they attempt to kill themselves, and then they don't, and then they send them home quickly, because it's easier to send someone home for them to, or them to die, you know, at basic. So yeah, so really no such thing as quitting. And then the last thing, no, 2 more things. And so for me, I was physically prepared for basic training. I made sure I was able to run at least 2 miles. I made sure I was physically fit and ready and healthy enough for it. But one thing I was not ready for, my body was ready, but my mind was not ready. And I was not ready to deal with people. So many different people, so many different backgrounds, beliefs, personalities. Oh my goodness, it was ridiculous, and it still is. There's, you know, it's the world, and I wouldn't expect, you know, everyone to be the same, because that would just be a boring world. But just having to deal with so many people and their backgrounds, and thinking that they're better than this one person because how they grew up, but of not knowing the other person's experiences. Like, I'm grateful for the way I grew up. I'm fortunate enough to know that not everyone had the privilege of growing up the way I did. And so I was conscious, and I knew about that. But what got me is people not being conscious of other people like that, and not having the same mentality that I had of like, yo, like, we're adults here, let's be mature. or your freaking 26-year-old stop crying like a baby, like no one knew that your grandmother died. That was the situation. People acting like it was high school because they're split ups and they're going back to high school. And then there's a lot of immaturity, and then people liking each other, and oh my gosh. So yeah, this was not ready. So I would just say there's nothing that can really prepare you for that, but just be conscious going in there of you having to deal with a lot of people, because yeah, that's one thing I did not think about at all. And now lastly is know your contract options. Know this before signing your contract. Know all the options you can get, because I know one person, they signed up for, most of us signed up for the 6 years active, 2 years reserve, but then there are some people who signed up for 4 years, and then one girl here, I don't know how she did it, she got it for only 2 years active, just 2 years active. And I'm like, that is wasting time. And that's what they told us at reception, and they told us at basic training too. Why sign up for such a little time and get out in the military and you get no benefits after that whatsoever? Nothing. You get nothing after you get out like that. But if you retire after 20 years, you're forever covered by the military. Forever covered. But once you get out after 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, 6 years, whatever, that's it. They say, bye, thank you for your service, good luck, and push you out. So I would consider when you join the military, I'm not going to tell y'all to do 20 years, but consider doing 20 years, because what's the point of joining the military and not taking advantage of the benefits, honestly? Or maybe you just one of those people who just want to serve and get out. That's good for you, but I would consider of those benefits. That's basically all I have about what I wish I knew for BMT and reception. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very informative for you. If you have any questions, comments, or things that you experienced at basic training that you wish you knew, please comment below and let's just start a conversation with everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Until next time, bye!